terrible habit you have that somehow ended up saving your life. For me, it's my awful, almost comical talent for running late. I'm not late by a few minutes. I'm late by entire geological eras. Friends stopped telling me the real meeting times. My old boss docked my pay so often I joked I was funding the company's break room by myself. My fiance tolerated it for years, but wedding planning finally pushed her over the edge. She sat me down one night and said, plain and steady, if you're late to our wedding, I'm not walking down that aisle. I mean it. And I knew she did. So I prepared like I'd joined the military for a single day. Suit pressed, shoes polished, rings tucked into the inside pocket of my jacket. I set 4 alarms. I taped a note to the bathroom mirror that said, don't screw this up. I even filled my car with gas the night before. At least I thought I did. Morning came. I woke up before my alarms. I felt invincible. Then I stepped into my car, turned the key, and the gas light glowed at me like it knew I was doomed. I sat there staring at it. I could have sworn I filled it. Maybe I dreamed it. Maybe I wished it into existence. Either way, I had to stop. I went to the closest station and tried to pay, but my card got denied twice. My bank thought the wedding expenses were suspicious. The ATM inside had a handwritten sign that said it was out of service. My palms started sweating. I drove across town with the needle hovering over empty. That station had only 1 pump working, and 4 cars waited in a crawling line. I checked the time every 30 seconds. I filled the car at the first chance I got, sprinted inside to pay, and hurried back out, breathing hard enough to fog the windshield. I thought I was safe. I relaxed a little. Then I reached for my jacket, the one thing I needed more than oxygen, and it wasn't there. I tore the car apart. Nothing. I drove back to the station, nearly skid into the curb, and frantically searched the ground, the pump, even the trash cans. The attendant stared at me like I'd escaped a facility. After 15 minutes of panic, I checked my backseat again. There it was, perfectly folded, resting like it had taken a nap. By the time I was back on the road, I was 30 minutes behind. My phone died when I tried to call my fiance. The charger hadn't worked in months. I had no GPS and only the vaguest memory of how to get to the venue. A detour sent me in the wrong direction and ate up more time. When I finally saw the venue's parking lot, I was over an hour late. My shirt clung to my back. I could barely breathe. I was already rehearsing the apology I'd give her family, but the moment I pulled in, I knew something was wrong. Police cars, an ambulance, guests standing outside in stunned clusters, no music, no laughter, just tension hanging over everything. I ran toward the entrance and a guard stopped me. Sir, the building is closed right now. It's my wedding, I said. My voice cracked. What happened? Then I saw her. My fiance stood between 2 officers, wrapped in a gray blanket. She looked small and terrified. I expected anger or tears of frustration. Instead, she rushed toward me. She grabbed my face with both hands and whispered, "Thank God. I thought you were dead." Her voice shook. Her eyes were red. She told me everything. Her ex, the one she'd told me was long gone, had been released from prison weeks earlier. She hadn't said anything because she didn't want to stir up old fears. He came to the venue armed and determined to hurt me before the ceremony. He waited in the parking lot for me to show up on time, but I didn't. I was late again. When he got impatient, he went inside looking for me. Someone saw the weapon, someone screamed, and the entire place went into lockdown before anyone was hurt. If I had been early or even on time, I would have walked right into him. We postponed the wedding to the next weekend, and when the day came, she caught me checking the clock with this nervous little frown. She squeezed my hand and said, "You're allowed to be late today. I think it's your thing." I arrived 45 minutes late, on purpose.